My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Wildfrost. We've got a couple of things that we need to get done. I mean, let's have a look. We do not need to get the 6-time multi-kill. We have already done that. We don't need to unlock another clan. We don't need to unlock any more missions. However, we do need to add 10 scrap to clunkers. As well as stack 15 snow on a single target, stack 50 shell on a single target, defeat the Frost Guardian with a scrappy sword, as well as feed the Muncher a consume card. With those, we will have unlocked all of the things in the game. Ooh, Smugdust, Brightloom, and Brannick. Oh, Brightloom? Why are you so bad? When deployed, summon Fallow. Just a 4/4 that summons a 2/8. I guess? I'm going Smugdust. On a counter of 4, they're going to do 2 damage in Barrage. They've got 10 health. I can use the Clunkmaster's Gear Hammers to set up for more combo. Love it. Let's do it. Although, of course, you can't be called Smugdust because you're clearly a little bit jazzier than that. Oh, also, I forgot the naming convention I was using. Actually, it's Jazzy the Second. Oops. Let's go. Lil Ghazi, when active, add 1 damage to all allies. Considering I have a barrage. Yeah, you know what? I've never taken Lil Ghazi out. Let's go. This seems like a good opportunity for it. Alright, let's head into the first battle. Ooh, nice. This is a pretty nice fight to have barrage in. Okay, so in 4 turns time, I'm going to want to strike through on the top line as well as on the bottom line, because Jazzy and Ghazi are both going to be attacking, so all I need to do is set up enough Gear Hammers on Chungoon before then. Oh, actually, hang on, Pengoon on the bottom line is also in a health problematic position for us here. So what, I have to throw 2... I have to throw 2 Gear Hammers at Pengoon on the bottom line and 2 Gear Hammers at Chungoon on the top. Wild. This will buff up my Gear Hammers something fierce, at least. Also wait to do the damage to Chungoon as long as I can. So that I don't have to take extra damage to them. Alright. Cost us a decent amount there, but a 3-time kill combo. Gobbling on the top line, Wattlegoons on the bottom line. I definitely can't afford to let that Wattlegoon attack. Snowzuka possibility to freeze it. Gobbling on the top line looks like it's currently capable of running away pretty easily as well, unfortunately. Oh, Sunsong box. That's nice. Sunsong and Junkhead would then reveal Snowzuka to be able to freeze Wattlegoons or Gobbling for basically as long as I would like. It's definitely Sunsong Jazzy. I'm gonna place Junkhead on the bottom line. I mean, like, I could let the Wattlegoons just attack here. I want to throw the Snowzuka against the Gobbling in order to keep it online, on board, for as long as possible here. So I will. Wattlegoon gives me 3 trash, as well as destroys my Junkhead. With Gear Hammer and Lil Ghazi attacking Wattlegoons at the same time, now I have 2 units on board that both have 2 health. That's very, very dealable with. Got a bunch of 3 damage gear hammers in the deck, unfortunately. So I want to be able to get back to Sunsong Box as well as a junk. If I cycle this turn... Unfortunately, Wattlegoon's on the bottom line is doing 3 damage, then Pengoon, then Pengoon. That's exactly enough health to take out Jazzy. So I do have to figure some defensive technique out on that bottom line. Whether or not it comes down to just killing Wattlegoons early, I don't know. Might be. Quick cycle there. Oh, we did get the Sunsong Box as well as a junk. Neat. It's good, but it still doesn't actually help us that much yet. So now if I use a Gear Hammer to take out Wattlegoon, I only take 2 damage against Jazzy, and then I respond taking out 2 more Pengoon on the bottom line. Unfortunately, that looks like the largest amount of kills I can get here, so we'll take it. Largest amount of kills in combo, that is. In 2 turns' time, Big Peng attacks. It's too soon for me. I might need to cycle right now in order to get to Snowzuka. Because currently it looks like Big Peng attacks, and or rather Pengoon attacks, Goblin runs away, and then Big Peng kills Jazzy. So I have to cycle. I might have been a bit greedy here. Freeze Big Peng. 1 runaway. Gazi kills in return. In 2 turns, Big Peng will unfreeze here. I mean, if I let Lil Gazi die in this fight, I can get Big Peng down. I don't love that, but... it will get us through the fight. I tried to maximize my combo, and you know, we got some. But unfortunately, it cost some blood on the cutest card in my deck. So I'm Clunk Masters, right? So that means I go for the double treasure early. Good reason to go for the double treasure early. I could get Clunkers. Oh, baby. These are great. Mimic. Trigger whenever an ally in the row attacks. Haze Balloon. When destroyed, apply 1 haze to the attacker. Bite Box. When hit, deal equal damage to the attacker. I love Bite Box and the idea of actually being able to give it more scrap. There is also Mimic, and Mimic is also really good, and Mimic would also get extra damage from more Gazi. Like, there's a lot of reasons to take Mimic here, but I like Bite Box. Mimic is already well supported by itself. Bite Box is well supported by, hopefully finding more items to support it. If I was trying to choose for power, I would take the Mimic. If I'm trying to choose for exploring, let's take a Bite Box. I don't have to win every episode yet. That doesn't happen until... oh, yeah. Okay, well, that suddenly got worse than it was a moment ago. GG's Cookie Box. Add 2 scrap. Increase damage by 2, trash 2. I won't be able to even play that on the Bite Box because the Bite Box doesn't have a damage stat to increase, so it's not capable of even getting that in the first instance, unfortunately. Adding Frenzy as well as Bomb. I mean, it's not bad. I don't have positives that I really want to be casting on my own units, so I wouldn't be triggering their bomb that way. I would just have to worry about the enemies. There's a Mini Muncher. I do quite like Mini Muncher. Blaze Bomb's very powerful. I'm gonna have to take it here. Alright, let's go to the Frozen Traveler and hope we find someone who is happy with what I have. Tinks Jr., while active, add equal damage to all of the junk in your hand. There's Fizzle, 5 health, 0 damage, applies 1 bomb. Frenzy 3, counter of 4. And Snuffle, who applies 1 freeze to all enemies on a counter of 4 as well. 1 freeze to all enemies on a counter of 4, as well as having Blaze Bomb and then just sitting in the back line, applying 2 freeze to all enemies occasionally. I mean, it doesn't really get me damage on the board, it just slows things up so that Jazzy can do damage instead, which I don't actually think is going to be that great. Fizzle, with damage already from Lil Ghazi, is already pretty potent. I'm gonna take Fizzle. Let's go. And honestly, Fizzle should probably be the one wearing the crown right now. Aha, a puffball and shrootles. Let's see. So ideally, I want to kill both of these on the same turn if possible. That's going to be a bit difficult because Shrootles is faster than both of my units right now. So I would have to cycle this hand in order to find something like a Snowzuka or a Flask of Ink if I wanted to try and do something like that. So maybe I relent on this one. Well, what's relenting look like here? Throwing gear hammers? Throwing a bunch of gear hammers out on the field? Like, 1 gear hammer goes against Puffball on the top line, but I can do that after the cycle. Getting me closer to the next cycle after that. Ooh. Snowzuka in that position, though. It's pretty impactful. I'm going to put Lil Ghazi out because they have a counter. Then I'm going to Snowzuke Shrootles. Okay, so Fizzle is currently intending to do 1 damage, 1 bomb, 2 damage, 1 bomb, 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3. If I use a Gear Hammer here and then let Jazzy attack on the top line, we end up with 3... Sorry, both units down. 2 units down, as it turns out. All of these enemies attack in 4. Lil Ghazi could just take out the Puffball right now, but that doesn't seem ideal. I can freeze Popshroom on the top line. In 4 turns time, it will activate. At the end of that round, it will lose its last charge of ink, so it will not apply 4 poison, it will not destroy self, it will just stay there. I'm about to redraw. Chances of getting Junk and Sunsong box next to one another in the next stand, relatively low. I just don't think I'm capable of getting a lot of combos right now here. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting combo right now. I think I'm gonna Flask of Ink the Popshroom and just take out the Puffball. Refresh. I'd love Fizzle to attack faster. Sunsong Bucks and Junk! That's Fizzle attacking faster. Ooh, but more damage on Jazzy in the top line? Two damage, 3 damage. Okay, I'm gonna put Fizzle on the top line and give them the Sunsong. So Fizzle this turn hits Popshroom, applies 1 bomb, and then hits Pop Shroom again, and then hit Pop Shroom a third time. Do I even want you to try and take out a target on board right now? So, 2 damage, 3 damage, and then 5 damage. For a total of 10 to the Shroom Gobbler. I want a Snowzoot Gobbling, but it's gonna take a while. But I'm gonna have to deal with the Shroom Gobbler sooner rather than later. Fine, I'm just gonna freeze Gobbling, get some money out of it. Shroom Gobbler is now in the position where a single Gear Hammer will take them out. Which I don't need to do this turn. How much of the board can I really line up? Welcome, Veiled Lady and Shroodles. Okay, so Little Ghazi intends to attack. They could easily just take a unit out this turn in the Shroom Gobbler. And with my next hand, it's pretty unlikely I do anything about the Gobbling on the top line, so I'm actually gonna kill it with a Gear Hammer and then let Little Ghazi take out the Shroom Gobbler on the bottom line. And let's cycle. Cool. So now I want to try and set up a situation where I can kill Puffball and Pop Shroom at the same time. This Shroodles on the bottom line has apply 1 Shroom aimlessly. So if I Flask you, and then next turn kill Puffball with a Gear Hammer, allowing Fizzle to kill Pop Shroom on the top line, I can get my 2-time combo kill. And stay safe. Actually, do I want to maybe take out the Puffball on the bottom line? Sorry, the Shrootles on the bottom line instead? Pop Shroom can just be taken out next turn with the Gear Hammer. Yeah, let's do that. I do 10 damage to this target. Boom. Now, Pop Shroom on the top line. I mean, I could even just throw a Junkhead in front of that if I really wanted to. Get a Junk in hand. But realistically, there's no reason for me to not just take it out. Especially considering the fact that the Junkhead is already so much better supported just defending against the Veiled Lady here. Let's put Blaze Bomb on Fizzle finally, so that we can watch Fizzle do what Fizzle will do best. Murder. Oh, I can't use another Blaze Bomb on that character because it'll deal 4 damage to them. Spread out my blaze. Bye-bye, Veiled Lady. Not as much money as I really wanted down that fight, to be honest with you. And it's a little unfortunate as well, because we do have a Charm Merchant. Who I do want to see. Oh, Grabber with Noomlin Yank, but Frenzy and Consume? Ugh. Really not the kind of thing we're looking for. Pomegranate Charm, gain Barrage, but reduce damage by 2. There's a Raspberry Charm, and a Recycle Charm. Gain Recycle 1 and up 2 damage. Is there I'm wondering if there's a play where I can give Barrage to Frizzle by giving them the Recycle Charm and then the Pomegranate Charm, because they currently can't be targeted by the Pomegranate Charm to get the Barrage because of the health they're missing. Sorry, because of the damage that they don't have, rather. Raspberry Charm for +1 damage and +3 health is obviously quite good as well. Recycle Charm, Recycle 1. +2 damage. That's also not bad. But if I'm not actually putting it on Fizzle, I don't think I want it. Maybe I hold on to the Pomegranate Charm for the possibility that in the future I do get another damage buff for Fizzle as a default character, so that then I can give them the Pomegranate Charm. I'm gonna do it. I think Raspberry should go on Fizzle. I think I just want Fizzle to be a little bit hardier. Take a Pomegranate Charm. Obviously show that can't go on Fizzle. I could reduce the damage of a Gear Hammer and give it Barrage, but it's not going to trigger gain +1 per target in the Barrage, which is the only reason I would want to actually do that. Oh wow, that's a Pinkberry Juice. I mean, Pinkberry Juice is so good. There we go. I'll happily take a junk alongside that. Bomb Charm. Apply a bomb. Yeah, I'm gonna just have Fizzle apply 2 bomb, I think. Oh boy, that's really good. Let's go to the boss. How quickly can I get Fizzle to attack? Quite quickly, as it turns out. Sunsong box on Fizzle, and I can get them to act as fast as is possible, frankly. Which seems great to me. Okay. Fizzle, I need you to take out Makoko. Your second strike would deal 4 damage. So if I want you to also push damage to Infinoko in the backline, then I'm looking for you to have a Gear Hammer's worth of damage already dealt to Makoko. I'll let you take the 2 damage hit here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Fortunately, Porcupine is currently threatening to barrage us. So I can't put everyone on one line because then Porcupine will just barrage all of our units, so I have to split here, even though Infinoko is attacking. Thankfully, I can do that with Junkhead, take 2 damage against Junkhead on the top line easily. I mean, there's also a version where I leave Junkhead with more health by taking 2 damage on both of my top liners. That gives Jazzy the ability to push 2 damage through both targets. I don't think that's as good. Okay, let's cycle. I don't have that many recycle cards in the deck, so it's possible that I don't even want Makoko to continue acting at this point. Next turn I don't have to worry about anyone attacking. The turn after that, the Frostinger attacks, but so does Fizzle. I definitely want Fizzle to have Blaze Bomb as well as Lil Ghazi out next time the attack comes out. So Lorgazi should go out first. Also, I don't want an additional junk right now, so I'll put Jazzy in the front line to take the hit from Makoko. Okay, and then I'm going to add Frenzy to Fizzle. Fizzle's currently intending to do 3 damage and 2 bomb to a target, and then 5 damage, so Makoko doesn't die until the hit after that. I think I'm going to use a Gear Hammer on Makoko here to expedite their death. So that I can also take out Infinoko, who would otherwise be attacking next round. Kind of want to silence Infinoko, preventing their gain, but I don't have longevity in this fight, so I don't think that's the right move, actually. Currently, the Snow Gobbler's only intending to do 1 damage, but as soon as I use a Snow Zuka on anyone, it'll suddenly ramp that up. I think I just have to accept that I'm not going to do that many combo kills in this fight. Gosh, for a Barrage and Frenzy build so far, I was really hoping I would be doing more than those. Alas. Bite Box doesn't really make sense in this fight either. I can cycle, but what am I ultimately looking to get back to? Sunsong Box? Hinkberry? Huh, I got both of them. I think I'm gonna just Pinkberry Jazzy. And then get Fizzle to attack this round, taking out the Frostinger. As well as starting to deal some hits to Infinoko. In this position, I can use Bite Box to block Infinoko's attack. Huh? It dealt 3 damage back to them, but Bomb says take additional damage from all sources. Bite Box hits Infinoko for 7 damage. Wait, what? Did it have 14 health? I thought it had 10. It must add 14. Whoops. Miscount on my part. Porcupine currently intends to attack the top line, and then we kill the enemies. Unfortunately, not many combo kills here at all. In fact, I'm just gonna kill Infinoko early. But yeah, not really much access to that for us right there, unfortunately. Alas. Card draw rebel counter. Probably card draw. First off. Oh, well, there's a Moncher on the top line. I don't have anything consumed that it would be able to Monch. Also, I have to go on the bottom line because the treasure's there, but it was nice to entertain the possibility. Good amount of extra coins there from the Blink Snail. Alright, Willie Snail, what do you got? Ooh, Bomb Barrel. Applies 4 bomb, hits all enemies, trash 4. That's adding 4 trash to our hand after doing it. That's a really good way to get Bombarder to do really huge work against all the enemies. That would be really lovely in that instance, but I don't think so for us right now, unfortunately. I definitely want a crown. No two ways around that one. Pop that on Lord Ghazi. A charm. I mean, I can't get a charm. It'd be Frostbell. If I wanted to try and invalidate some enemies a little bit. Yeah. I need some more to help me manage health over the course of a fight, so... Seems the right kind of tool for the job. Ooh. Especially here. Ah, we got both of our junk in the opening hand, which unfortunately means I'm not going to be able to get the Sun Song off without, you know, the significant investment here in the first cycle. This opening hand is actually really, really quite poor, unfortunately. I probably want to put Bite... There's just no way there's 4 cards here I want to play. Bite Box, Flask of Ink, a Gear Hammer, and a Snowzuka. Yeah, that's just not happening. I'm going to have to cycle early. I probably do want to get a Frostbell on that top line. But I also don't want to add a trillion junk to my deck. Frostbell the top line, so that I don't have to worry about Jabjote here. Or at least the top line Jabjote. Then if I Pinkberry Jazzy, I can at least gain health ultimately out of this turn instead. And then I want to have a Junkhead down for the next turn, for the sake of Gok attacking it to give me the junk so I can use the Sunsong box. Currently I'm doing 7 damage to the bottom line, Fizzle on the top line again is doing 2, then 4, then 6. That's enough to kill the Jabjote. Why does this one have to have teeth? I don't like teeth. They're bad for me. With 2 actions, I can kill the Jabjote on the bottom line. With 2 Gear Hammers over the next 2 turns. I don't love it, but I can do it. This Jabjote on the bottom line is just going to be a nightmare to deal with, and I'm going to have to use abilities to do it eventually. I'm going to Sunsong Box, Fizzle on the top line, start pushing through Gok. This also just recognizes that, yeah, I'm going to have to deal with there being Demon Eyes on that target. That's okay. Unfortunately, right now, Lil Ghazi is threatening to die on the bottom line. Let's quickly cycle. I really don't want to put Blaze Bomb on Jazzy right now. really do just need to get that jab joke down. I can't even focus on getting extra money out of the goblin right now. I'm just gonna start throwing some gear hammers. Hello, Muttonhead. Got the next gear hammer for that jab joke ready. It's just right there in the next cycle. All I have to do is get to it. I'm gonna Blaze Bomb Fizzle, because I think this is probably the best turn I'm gonna get to do it. So Muttonhead's about to do 4 damage to Junkhead, taking it out, and then Fizzle on the top line is going to start killing units. Jab Joan on the bottom line's a teensy bit of an annoyance, but... In fact, the Pygmy on the top line looks like it's about to try and kill also. Should probably silence that unit. So now the Pygmy is going to attack our front line, but do nothing. That Porcupine on the bottom line currently represents a lethal threat to my entire line, my entire board. I could get a Frost Bell or a Bite Box from the next cycle, and both of those would save me. And in fact, I'm guaranteed to get at least one. There's only one card I don't draw in this cycle right now. Unfortunately, it is the junk, which I actually really would have wanted right now. What, with the Sunsong box in hand and all? Yeah, Frostbell on the bottom line is the best way of invalidating them right now. Yep. So 0 damage was dealt by the Porcupine, but it was dealt to a target that had 4 bomb on it, so it was 4 damage, and then that target was demonized, so it also killed the target. Unfortunately, I don't know how much more game there is for us after that occurs. I'm definitely going to need to make use of Pinkberry Juice. I don't have to take that Jabjot out right now. Because it does no damage. So Muttonhead on the top line I could get to attack a Bite Box, dealing 4 damage back to themselves. Then the second Jabjot just strikes through. Again, doing no damage. I can use a single Gear Hammer to take out the extra Jabjot there, and then I'm going to have to rely on finding an answer for Porcupine next turn. Oh boy, can I dig up from here? If I mute your barrage and you just hit Jazzy, then a Gear Hammer will take out Jabjot next turn. Because Jabjot is going to be attacking next turn, so is Muttonhead, unfortunately. This is difficult. Because I'm thinking Snowzuking Muttonhead is going to be required here, because I don't have otherwise the ability to block their incoming damage effectively. I don't really have 3 cards in this hand that I want to play, though. So I'm trying to use my worst way of dealing with something first, which would be Flask of Ink on the Porcupine. And then Snowzook. If I Snowzook Muttonhead, then Jabjote will deal 3 damage to Jazzy. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to leave the Jabjote on the board. Because if I don't, I die. Unless I'm happy sacrificing Lorgazi right now, but if I sacrifice Lorgazi, I think I'm definitely dead. Snowzook Muttonhead. The Sunsong box plus junk would actually get me to the speed where I can take out both units on the bottom line. And I don't think I can win without things starting to break in my direction. Like, if I cast a Gear Hammer right now and then just have to deal with Muttonhead next turn without anything, we probably just lose. So I'm gonna redraw early, seeing if I do not get junk. Rough. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see, obviously. Seeing as I have no way to prevent Muttonhead on the top line from activating here, and I can't get junk and I can't act faster, I'd have to wow. Literally the bottom 4 cards of the deck would have been useful. Ah, that's fine. I can cast 2 Gear Hammers over the next 2 turns, but then I definitely lose to Muttonhead. So I think I have to force the redraw, hoping that I redraw into the Sunsong again, which I didn't. So here I'll take 4 damage, but I'll deal 4 back. Or I'll deal not enough back, unfortunately, because I don't have Gazi on the field. I'm dead next turn. And now I'm dead this turn. Alright. Alright, this is not the end, of course. We're under an hour. We're still in the period of time where I am more than happy to restart in under an hour. Algoon, Banesaw, and Ruben. Algoon, deal 4 additional damage to damaged targets from the Snow Dwellers. There's Banesaw, apply 2 Frost on a counter of 4, and then Robin, apply 1 Frost Barrage. Apply Frost in Barrage is nice. Realistically, I just want to go with another Clunk Masters run, so I'm just gonna go with another Clunk Masters run. You're still Jazzy the second. It doesn't count until you win. Well, it doesn't count until the end of the episode, at the absolute least. Some additional damage here, pretty much always nice. Let's take Lil Gazi again. Aha. Hello, Naked Gnome. In 4 turns time, sorry. I misspoke there. In 4 turns time, I can get both these Pengoons down. And I should save a Gear Hammer to throw on that same turn. Oh, you're doing 3 damage! Ooh, good lord. Whoops, I probably should have Snow Zooked that Pengoon, factually. can spend a gear hammer here in order to save a hit on Junkhead, and I think I will need to, given the HP I keep giving away. There's a 3-time combo there. Smack back. Just gonna start throwing some gear hammers up at you, bud. I still don't even want you to be able to get your 3 damage out as the big thing. Okay. I've got to Snow Zook the Goblin on the bottom line to keep it around. Get 2 junk as well as Ghazi attacks once. Now I want to try and set this up so that... Oh, great. Let's redraw. And we do get a Sunsong box as well as a junk. Lovely. Sunsong box and junk could get Wattle Goons dead on the top line right now, but I could also force Ghazi to attack in the middle of a round next round. I think I'm just going to let Lil Ghazi take out the Goblin on the bottom line and line up Jazzy to be able to take out multiple units in a single turn instantly. Yeah. Just gonna throw a single gear hammer at Penguin on the top line. Jazzy kills 3 Penguins on the bottom line. That's a quadruple kill. Wattle Goon on the current on the top line currently needs to kill Lil Ghazi, unfortunately, in order for me to actually survive the turn. I can throw a gear hammer and then roll, getting towards Snow Zook. Uh-huh. And now if I Snow Zook Big Peng, I can use a gear hammer to take out a Wattle Goon in the next round, and then win the rest of the fight. Or not. Or not win the rest of the fight. Big Peng attacks on a cat. Yeah. Again, we're still under an hour. That's what I get for trying to use that unit, I guess. Wada on a counter of 4 applies 1 bomb. I just don't think you're that powerful. I'm actually going to have to choose around the power of starting units here, rather than around which clan I want to play and which abilities I would like to use. I'm going to use Valim now. What with the 3 damage barrage on a counter of 4. You are still pretty jazzy. I'm still taking Lil Ghazi. I want to do the new things. Mm-hmm. I'm probably just going to want someone for the Wild Snoof and Penguin to be able to attack on the top line, so Junjun seems a totally appropriate pick there. Now, Jazzy's Barrage in response will happily kill 2 units in 3 turns, and Ghazi's response to Chungoon will kill it also in 3 turns. So I'm going to put everyone on the same line and use a Barrage to start setting up. I'll Blizzard to freeze Wild Snoof. And now this turn I use a single Tarblade on Chungoon on the bottom line. Pengoon kills Junjun, Lorgazi, and Jazzy clear the lines. Wattlegoon, why do you always have to be so buffed? Huh? So much HP. Why about that? I do just want to throw out a couple of small hits against the Goblin with Tarblades here. But every time I try and get greedy against this Goblin, this Wattlegoons beats the heck out of me. So I guess I'll focus on the Wattlegoons then. Unfortunately, that does mean this Goblin is just going to run away uncontested. You know what? No. Gazi strike the Goblin, and then another Tarblade for that Goblin will take him out this round. Big bang. Okay, they're attacking off sync with one another, which is obviously a problem at the moment. So currently it looks like we just want to use Junjun to eat some damage. We freeze Big Peng in the back line. And we use a Tarblade. So yeah, Wattlegoons kills Junjun. Pengoon attacks Lorgazi. Lorgazi takes out Wattlegoons in response. Bunch of Pengoons attack Jazzy for 3 damage. I freeze Big Peng this turn. Okay. Then I throw a Tarblade against Big Peng. And then on this round, I throw a Tarblade against a Pengoon. Let's throw it against one of the ones on the bottom line here. Saving some HP. Oh no, because otherwise I'm not killing the one on the top line. Gotta kill the one on the top line. Take 3 damage on the bottom line. Jazzy then clears those. Bunch more combo. And now I've got 3 turns until Big Peng is active. And 6 damage I need to do to them in the meantime. One single Tarblade will already guarantee that Lorgazi is acting fast enough. Cool, Lorgazi kills his turn. Whee! I left the first fight. Victory. I love having a charm so that I can start deciding around what it might synergize with. Hello, charm. Bling charm! Gain 5 money from each kill! I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna want to put that on Jazzy as soon as is possible. But let's see, I don't know, maybe there's a mimic or something like this. Slap Crackers is literally what I was gonna mention. I just don't think it's actually that good for us right now. I do want it. Add Frenzy, increase counter by 1. Palm Mask, while active, add Barrage to all enemies. Jazzy already has it. I really want to run where I can make Slap Crackers just slap. But I do think Blaze Tea and Bling Charm on Jazzy are probably the most appropriate here. I guess I also didn't move forward to see the Frozen Traveler yet. Oops. Gain 5 on kill with Tiger. That could be okay, but I think I want to take Snoffle. Apply 1 frost to all enemies. Buy me some time, Snoffle. Lorgazi, you don't need to be out until the first attacking wave. Snoffle needs to be out significantly sooner than that. Okay, I'm gonna Blaze Tea Jazzy, increasing their frenzy. And then Sunburst 2-2 this turn or next turn? Should get Lorgazi down sooner rather than later. Sunburst 2-2 this turn. Jazzy kills 2 units on the top line. And now Snoffle is ready to explode, applying 4 poison to a target. I knew this was gonna happen, I just didn't know how else I was intending on dealing with it. I legitimately think just sacrificing Snoffle is the play here. Goodbye, Snoffle. Let's cycle, see if I can get back to my Sunburst 2-2 sooner rather than later. Junjun to have another unit on field seems like a really good idea right now. I know my next hand contains the Sunburst 2-2, so if I cycle right now, I can get Jazzy to double strike on the bottom line, taking out Strudels and Gobbling. However, I could also just let Junjun take all of that poison. Focus on my goals, my own goals, etc. Use a Blizzard Bottle on Gobbling, keeping it around, as well as getting 4 money out of it. Junjun will also actually attack before dying. Quite handily. Let's start dealing some damage to the Shroom Gobbler on the top line, make it easier for me to line up multiple kills at the same time here. So Jazzy is currently threatening to kill 2 units at the same time. I can get that to be 3 units by sending a Tarblade to the Puffball on the top line and then just watching Jazzy kill. 3-time kill combo. 2 attacks against a Gobbling. Obviously they're done with Jazzy, who has the extra damage. All of this is working out quite well. Lorgazi on the bottom line in order to deal 4 damage to Bulbed. Maybe. Really depends on the draw. Having a Junjun to sacrifice on the top line against Veiled Lady later seems pretty good. That said, I could also get Lorgazi on the top line and use a Berry Bell this turn. Surviving Shroom Gobbler and letting Lorgazi attack. That should... No. I'm gonna need to be able to remove Bulbhead on the bottom line. I'm gonna play a Junjun Mask on the top line, defending it right now. This is so that I have the ability to substitute it in to defend against the Veiled Lady. In 4 turns' time, can I set up a double kill? A double kill? Yeah. A triple kill? Probably not. Given units are acting next turn, I'm gonna put Berry Bell on everyone in the same line before any of that. Gonna throw its hard blade against the Veiled Lady. Cool. So I'd need to be able to deal 4 damage to the Veiled Lady. Next turn. That's so unlikely. I have to draw into 5 Tar Blades, 2 of these, and then 2 more. It's the only way I can accomplish it, though. Didn't get it. Alas. Finish off the Veiled Lady with a single Tar Blade. I mean, hey, it's still money. It's still some money. We missed out on 15, I guess, there. From missing the combo kill as well as the greed kill on the right character. Oh. As much as I do want to go north to the Frozen Travelers, I also recognize that the Woolly Snail and cashing in our monetary advantage at this point in time is really how I get ahead. I'm gonna have to go for a late Frozen Traveler. Much later than I usually like picking them up. Lumen Rings! Boost effects by 1! Oh, okay. I don't put that on anyone yet. I'm gonna go to Blink Snail Cave. Woolly Snail as well. What do you got? Oh, that's a pretty cheap Fallow mask, actually. And Lil Ghazi is pretty happy to have a Fallow on the board. Shade Wisp, summon a copy of an enemy on your side with 1 health. I do like that. Tigris. Gains teeth whenever an ally is hit. We don't really want many of our allies hit if we can avoid it. Definitely taking a crown. I think I really like the idea of taking Fallow Mask. It's a lot of block for us. It's also a lot of damage projection. And then probably 2 charms. Or maybe a charm and Shade Wisp. Block charm. Start with the block. Getting 6 per kill's not really great. The thing is, getting another charm here could modify what the Lumen Ring is actually doing, so I really want to focus on charms. I did get another unit technically in the area because I got a Fallow Mask. So maybe I don't need to take the Shade Wisp suddenly. I want to take another charm. Noomlin. Incredible. I mean, Noomlin on Fallow gives me the ability to then reposition the Fallow after it gets summoned. I guess Noomlin on Sunburst 2/2 is also really good. I really feel like Lumen Rings has more that it could do, but I want to put it on Lil Ghazi. While active, just add 2 damage to all allies. But Snuffle freezing all enemies twice. And then, you know, being able to play a Lumen Vase on that later and have you freeze all enemies even more times. Seems good. I could get Snuffle to freeze all enemies for 4. Every 4 rounds? Alright, I'm putting the Lumen Ring on you. And I do want a just straight up block as well. I'm also going to put that on Snuffle, who I'll just use to chump a hit when I need to in the opening hands. Alright. I could take Ice Dice, I guess. Applies 1 block to a random ally or enemy. I don't really want to play with dice. I want to go to the boss. Oh, I'm absolutely confused about what's going on here. You could say I'm baby snowboard. What? I'm gonna use the Fallow mask, certainly. Obviously. Now I have to figure out what to do with the rest of the turn, because we have a rest of the turn now. Adding Frenzy to Snuffle doesn't seem to make any kind of sense. It's definitely Frenzy on Jazzy. Let's just line that up earlier on, later, I guess. I probably should have summoned Junjun on that first turn, really. Jazzy acting after new units cycle onto the field seems pretty good to me. So let's use 2 Tar Blades, lowering the HP of the Winter Worm. Maybe Snowball on the line, does damage to a unit that doesn't really care. Cool. Tar Blade the Winter Worm again. Freeze them all, Snuffle. I could kill a 3rd unit this turn. Unfortunately, a barrage is gonna hit the top line and then hit the top line again, rather than actually split between 2 lines, because Bamboozle's still there. So yeah, I guess I could use a Tar Blade on Baby Snowbow in order to get a triple kill here. Annoyingly, I have to let Bamboozle get away with this hit of 3 to all of us, because even if I use a Blizzard Bottle to hold them off for a turn, they're just going to do it again next turn, and next turn I won't have a response at all. So if I use a Berry Bell, I can at least save Lil Ghazi on the top line. I'm inclined to try and summon Junjun here. Admittedly, largely just for having more units. So as it currently stands, that line attacks, then... Or rather, the Snowbow attacks. Fallow responds. Taking out Bamboozle. That doesn't count as a kill on anything, so getting more combo by taking out Snowbow doesn't really make sense right now. Then Lil Ghazi attacks either Bam or Boozle, who is on top, and then Snuffle freezes. Seems pretty ideal to me, frankly. I'm just gonna let Snowbow die. There's a split. There's our freeze. I could continue freezing Boozle on the bottom line if I really wanted to with the Blizzard Bottle, but I think I need more power. Sunburst 2-2 Snoffle. Getting closer to another turn of freezing all enemies. Jazzy's only going to be able to take out one target on the field this turn, but that makes sense. Snoffle then freezes everyone twice. Let's set Boozle on the bottom line to enough HP that Jazzy actually could have killed it if I lined up my units. Although, actually, Snowball on the bottom line was also aimless, so Ghazi was always going to be threatened there. So realistically... that's 4 damage on the top line. And then Jazzy's intending... okay. I'm gonna freeze Boozle on the bottom line continually again. Now I only have to do 2 damage on the top line, as well as let Jazzy attack, in order to get some sick combo action. I mean, one way to let Jazzy attack certainly would be to block any incoming damage against them. It's 3 turns time, right? So I have the time to cast 3 cards here. If I go for... but Bam is gonna attack after I've killed Boozle right now, but it's 3 turns time. Three turns time. Okay, I Tarblade Snow Gobbler on the top line. I can't line these all up. I would need Fallow, or I need either of the Fallows to attack on the same turn as Jazzy. Cycle right now and try and force a Fallow to attack before Jazzy. That doesn't seem like it'd help. Sunburst 2-2 left in the deck. So currently next turn, none of the enemies are attacking, but Jazzy kills the entire bottom line. And then I would also have to use a Tarblade on Bam at the same time. It doesn't give me the ability to also kill Snow Gobbler because neither of the barrage units is capable of attacking on that turn. So that means this turn, I summon Junjun. Largely just to durdle my way through that turn. And then I Tarblade Bam on the top line, and then Jazzy eliminates the entire bottom line. 4-time kill combo, as well as Jazzy getting 3 kills at the same time for a bunch more money. I want to draw more per hand, please. Well, Ghazi, unfortunately damaged, but Snoffle isn't. Have to go on the top line, no choice about that one. Oh man, I want all of these. Dang, I gotta take the Broken Vase, unfortunately. Let's go to the Woolly Snail. Unfortunately, that's also ignoring another Frozen Traveler, which I would really like to go to. Alas. Pinkberry Juice. And it's discounted. Well, I mean, far be it from me to ignore something like that. Frostbloom's very good at invalidating enemies, but I really prefer the barrage effect. Gotta take a crown, because we gotta take a crown, you see. Getting the Blaze Tea out sooner rather than later seems good to me. It gives me the ability to act after the resummon for the first wave, giving me the ability to set up more combo kills and barrage and such. I can go 50, 70, and take the pink berry. Ooh, Raspberry Charm. +1 damage, +3 health. Pretty damn good on a unit that's intending to barrage damage. Lamb's Charm. Gain Faith 2, increases summons damage and health. Oh, yes. Come now, little lamb. See what you can do with Fallow. Yeah, Raspberry still goes on Jazzy. That one's a good commit right there. Take the pink berry and run away with it. You know, I mean, with the Fallow mask. I mean, with the summon on that Fallow mask, I almost want to take the crown off and put it on the Fallow mask. I know I already have Noomlin effectively on all the cards in my opening hand, but I really want to get it out soon. So this Shell Witch is currently intending to apply 2 shell to all allies twice. I don't like that. I think I'm actually just gonna kill you before you do that. A couple different ways we could try and do that. We could try and fish for Sunburst Tutu. Unfortunately, even Sunburst Tutu and Blaze Tea, I'm not gonna be able to act faster than you. I mean, I could try and freeze you, give myself more time, but then Conker just gets to do a bunch of damage to our front line. I guess I could get Conker to hit Snoffle. Does that make it that much easier for me to line up? So I cycle now, we go down to 3. Blaze Tea, go up to 4. Turn after, we're down to 3 again, and then I play the Sunburst 2-2, and then at the end of that turn we would attack. Doesn't really line things up effectively either. I think I might actually be best served by just throwing 2 Tar Blades at this Shell Witch right now. I'm gonna redraw, getting me closer to my Blaze Tea in 2-2. Then I'll Blaze Tea Jazzy to make sure that they only focus on attacking after the resummon has happened here. That Prickle dies in a single hit, thankfully. So if I just Tarblade this Conker, I can get 3 units down this turn. And then a Tarblade against the other Conker sets us up to be able to do the same again. Gonna have to freeze the enemies for a couple of turns, actually, as well. Wait, in 2 turns' time, Fallow activates as well as Jazzy? If I use the Sunburst 2-2 on Jazzy, that is. Only problem is that then the enemies get a full set of actions. But their full set of actions actually isn't a problem, right? It gives 2 shield to all allies, which gives Fallow the ability to do 5 damage through, removing all of that as well as 3 health, and then we're fine. Yeah, no, we're okay with this. Which means I Sunburst 2-2 Jazzy to line them up to attack after Fallow in the next turn. And I... I guess get Pinkberry on Jazzy. Oh, I had to Blizzard bottle the Goblin to keep it from running away. That was part of the consideration because I was thinking about freezing. I was thinking about using Snuffle early in order to freeze it to prevent it from running away into bugger. Whoops. Alas. I mean, freezing Bolgo for a fair few turns is pretty good. Standard kind of play right there. So when Jazzy attacks, they attack twice on the line, so that's enough to kill the Shell Witch in the back line. So all I want to do is guarantee that Pecan also dies in 4 turns' time, so that would be to this Fallow attacking, the second Fallow attacking. Pecan attacking gets to block. Fallow also attacks, removes 5, and then second Fallow in 4 turns removes the rest. Except for the fact that this Shell Witch is going to be adding extra shell to it, but I can get Ghazi in the top line to defend against that. Okay, so ultimately, this means... ultimately it means that I can play pretty much anything to respond to the enemy right now. I'm going to use a Junjun in the top line to block. Use a Berry Bell on the bottom line for some extra HP. Pecan kills Junjun. And then I do my 5 damage in response, and then next turn we do another 5 damage in response. More health for Jazzy again. Two-time kill combo, and Boljo's Shade is revealed. Blizzard Bottle. Make it easy on myself. I should make sure I line it up such that Jazzy gets the actual final strike on the enemy here. And I can guarantee that now. Sunburst 2-2 on Jazzy, and boom! That's a kill for another 5 bling. Well, Ghazi has recovered from their injuries, thankfully. Ooh, a Muncher on the bottom line. Do I have anything to consume in this deck? I do, the Blaze Tea. But it's so impactful as well. Ugh. Oh, I still need Frozen Traveler, so I probably have to go north anyway. Totem the Goat, Heart Mist Station, and Bling Bang. Bling Bang for even more money? Money on money on money? I just don't think I have enough time to really take advantage of it. That said, I don't think the other ones are particularly great for us either. Let's take the Bling Bang. I will go for the Frozen Traveler on the top line as well. We need another one of you, rather. Oh, yikes. When an ally is sacrificed, gain their damage. Problem is I don't sacrifice my allies, I just summon them and then keep them on the board. Vesta, double the target's overburn. I have no overburn application. Blunky, when deployed, gain 1 shield. Yep. I'm just gonna put a block card in my deck. It's not what I was hoping to find there. I guess I do have a decent amount of damage from all of my summons at least. Gain critical. Ooh. So critical on Fallow Mask would be giving it Faith 4. That's pretty good. Is it good enough? Critical on Pinkberry Juice is ridiculous health. Upkeep. Keeps you alive forever. And then a day. Critical on Sunburst 2/2 could force pretty much anyone to immediately attack. Unfortunately, Critical and Lumen, as both doubling effects, don't stack to quadruple. They stack to triple. So that is to say that I couldn't get a Fallow Mask with Faith 8 that summons a, 16 with 10 damage. I think Critical should probably go on the Pinkberry Juice. I was wondering there if maybe I wanted to change my opening in order to get the Pinkberry Juice out earlier. Elected not to. Okay. Unfortunately, we are aimless, and Marrow is standing on the same line as Grumble, which is basically the worst case scenario, but we'll see what we can get done. $4-3-2 in terms of damage. I can get Marrow on the top line to within 5 health, so that it would be attacked by Fallow. Possibly. Attacked and killed by Fallow, that is. I don't love it, but I will do it. Unfortunately, Lil Ghazi could just totally die right now by hitting the wrong unit. And unfortunately, if I don't let that possibility occur, then Fallow doesn't even have a chance of taking out Marrow. Let me give Frenzy and... oh, thank heck. Okay, there go our problems, effectively. Jazzy, why don't you go to the top line and murder everyone there? Seems like a good idea to me. Oh no, we're aimless, so I can't do that right now. Smog. Ruining our life right there. Unfortunately, Jazzy could hit the backline, take 4 damage, and then hit the backline again and take 6 damage. They would survive, but barely. If I cycled right now, what could I find that would help me? Not much, realistically. You know something I can do, and will do, is use a tar blade against the goblin in the top line, just accept this threat on the bottom line, it happens, but Pinkberry Juice is critical because I played all of the cards to the right of it in my hand, so now I can actually get some health back on Jazzy. So our top line is going to take 1 damage, Lorgazi. I can block 5 damage on the bottom line with Blunky right now. Seems like a good idea. Blunky blunks that hit. Pretty quick cycle right there. Fallow wants to throw 5 damage through a line on the top line. And if I can get them to do that, I can take out all of the enemies. No, I can't because they're going to do it aimlessly. So I need to freeze Goblin if I want to keep it around at all. Also, having like all of these units attack on the bottom line would finally take out Smog, but they're probably just going to respawn as Smog immediately after that happens. Okay. I'm going to freeze the Goblin, get my money. Take out Smog, we freeze everyone again. Morjaw comes out on the field after I've done all of my freezing. There's a Smog directly behind them. I just got my barrage back! You cretin! I've elected to summon a Junjun to have another unit to block with. Grumble is currently threatening to attack. Obviously I can't put Jazzy on the bottom line. Possibility of just dying. I can't take out Smog with their 10 health either, so... oof. I think I need to get to another frozen turn for my enemies as quickly as possible, so I will Sunburst 2-2 Snoffle. Junjun after attacking here will just die, unless I use a Berry Bell on that line, which I could do. And in fact I will do, but I'm going to put Jazzy down there first. There's no thorns on the bottom line, so I don't have to deal with that. Let's cycle. Maybe it is time to take Blunky off the field. Hard to disagree with that when you got a Fallow Mask that's Noomland that you get to play. I'm gonna Sunburst 2-2 Snoffle again. Keep everyone frozen. Doesn't matter if I can't target the right people, if none of my enemies can play the game. No aimless. Give me back my barrage. Tarblade that Grumble because it's going to get targeted by a Fallow attacking pretty soon. Put a Bling Bank out on the field because I'm about to kill 3 units in the same turn. Morjol will trigger when hit, but it'll be frozen by Snuffle before it actually gets to. I put Jinjin on the bottom line. Morjol takes that out, Snuffle freezes them, and then I get to attack with Reckless Abandon. One Tarblade for you, setting you up for destruction this turn. Get him, Jassy. One Morjol down. Blingbank and Jazzy both get us some extra money for having done so. Oh, yeah, I'm so keen for a Charm Merchant with all the money I have, thank you. Hello, Charmy. Storm Globe. Apply 9. Reduce by 1 when played, but consume. So it's just apply 9 snow. Consume. That's it. It's basically a snow cake, really, is what it is. Heart Charm, plus 5 health, Yank, and Scrap Charm. Yank? Do I care to yank? Yanking enemies out of position isn't actually that great for us. I almost feel like I just take the Heart Charm and then walk away. Snuffle is all of my freezing at the moment. And in fact, I will do exactly that. Let's go to the Woolly Snail. Finish my Lumen. Yeah, there's a grabber with Noomlin and Yank if I really want to be able to pull people out of line, but I really don't think that's going to be particularly important. I mean, maybe in the final fight. What's this? Frost? You're a Frost Guardian? Excuse me? It's one I was going to be fighting someone else. So I'm going to Sheep Hopper on the upper line, on the opposite line rather. When destroyed, deal 4 damage to allies in the row. That is pretty good. Pretty good way to set up some early barrages, to be honest. I'm gonna take a crown. Because of course I am. Pop that on Pinkberry Juice. It's much easier to guarantee critical targeting in the opening hand. But also Lumen Vase on Fallow Mask. And then I can just spam out big Fallows. Put a bunch of big Fallows on the field. I don't know if I'm going to want to give extra health to Jazzy. Some extra health to Snuffle doesn't seem like it would go too far astray. Although Snuffle wants to have the Lumen Vase to be able to double freeze people, so that's actually why I want the Lumen Vase in the opening hand. For Snuffle's sake. But they might get another effect later. Okay. Gonna buy a charm. Moose Charm. Increase counter by 1 and damage by 3. That's a lot of counter on Jazzy at this point. Guess I don't have to give them Blaze Tea. They could just have one big hit that they do. I'm gonna buy another charm, noting that I still have the ability to buy the Sheep Hopper after this if I want it. Draw 2 on kill from the pinch charm. Okay, well that should definitely go on Jazzy. Which then means Moose Charm doesn't have a target yet. It's probably going to be Luogazi, just give it some more damage. Honestly, Luogazi might be one of the least impactful units left, though. Snuffle will gain health. There you go, Luogazi. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Sheep Hopper. I think it's pretty good. Boss time. Oh, it's a Krunker. Good to see you, buddy. It's been a while. It's been quite some time. Jazzy, Fallow, Luogazi, and then the Lumen Vase on Snuffle for freezing everyone forever. Honestly, I feel like it's just throw a bunch of blades against the spike wall on the top line. It's either that or cycle towards Sunburst 2-2. The spike wall does have teeth, so I'm gonna have to deal with that anyway. I'm just gonna start working on the spike wall. Every time I ignore the spike wall, I regret it. Is there a world here where I would freeze Krunker? Buys me some important time, I think, actually. So here, Grink would attack and lower the damage of Gazi, then Fallow would deal damage through. Actually, I guess it's fine if Fallow takes this hit instead. Because then it deals 3 damage through the line, and then Jazzy deals 5 damage through the line, taking out Grink and doing a second instance of damage to Krunker. So I should get the Bling Bank out, I guess? I need the Blaze Tea and the Sunburst 2-2 from this hand, so I have to stay here. So I'm gonna Blaze Tea Jazzy. So we can see on the bottom line, Spuncher and Grink are gonna do 4 damage as well as 2 Frost to Fallow. Counter 2, counter 2. I want to speed up Jazzy here. So Jazzy's about to get 2 kills in the same turn. In doing so, will draw us 4 cards. The thing is, I also don't like my current hand, so I should probably pitch before I end up with a ridiculous amount of cards in hand. Wow, Pink Grey Juice in the perfect location. You know, it might be the right time to throw the Lumen Vase on Jazzy instead. Giving me the ability to gain 10 per kill and draw 4 on kill. Yeah, that instantly fills my entire hand. I mean, I love this Fallow on the top line. They're about to sacrifice themselves for the good of humankind. Are they? I could just give them some extra health right now. No, I'm gonna want another unit off the field, so actually I want to deal some damage here. Use a Tar Blade on the spike wall. Frozen. 2 units die. The bulb gets refilled. Unfortunately, that Ice Forge is currently deeply suppressing our damage. As soon as Jazzy attacks, I'll be able to take the Ice Forge out. But I'll have to wait until Jazzy can attack. I could speed up Jazzy's attack. It's probably the right move as well. Drink on the top line is currently threatening to do actual damage, as well as weaken a unit to a ridiculous degree, so yeah, sure, I think I will block that with Grink, actually. Then Jazzy on the bottom line is going to take out the Ice Forge before Lil Gazi gets to attack. Let's get a bunch of extra health on Jazzy. Save myself for some possible foibles here. Drew into a bunch of new cards, love it. Fallow on the bottom line can kill Sponcher as well as start working on the... or take out Krunker even. There's our next Fallow fellow. I could try and force Snovel to preemptively freeze these enemies right now, but I just don't think that's going to be useful for us yet. Having every card in hand and the ability to cycle at all times just increases our optionality so ridiculously. Yeah, I'm actually just going to speed up Jazzy because I don't think there is anything better I can do there. Krunker splits. Now, Stoffel intends to freeze everyone this round. They can just take 1 damage and then freeze everyone for 2. If I use a Tar Blade on the spike wall in the top line, then Jazzy will be killing 2 units on that turn. And I can get a 3rd unit at the same time if I take out the Ice Lantern manually. Get him, Jazzy! Now, Krunker, unfortunately, is intending to attack this turn for 3 damage to all of our lines. I can just fill those spaces with units that do not care, which seems the right play in my mind. I'm definitely going to hasten Jazzy again. So, 13 damage. Yeah, I'm gonna put a sheep hopper mask on the bottom line. Oh no! I should have taken that out with the AoE strike. That would have been better in terms of optimizing our damage. For what it's worth, it's barely different to us. Okay, if I want to guarantee that Jazzy gets the kill as well, I'm going to have to take out my Fallows. Because otherwise they will do it for us. Okay. And if I cycle right now, I draw into probably Sunburst 2-2. We don't. That's fine. You cycle again. And then we draw into it next turn. And that forces Jazzy to attack faster than any of the other units, killing the enemy and getting me another 14 bling? 10 from Jazzy. Couple more from the bling bank. Redraw bell counter. Oh. If I have a second Fallow Mask, I just have the ability to basically block all of the incoming damage from anyone who is not aimless and or barrage on my enemy's side. Which that gives me so much control over the final fight. But, well, here's the but. It's a big one. Charm Merchant on the top line currently can't sell me any charms that I can apply to Snoffle or Jazzy, the two units that care about it most. Blingbank isn't getting played in the final fight, and Blunky is probably just going to barely be there. So yeah, the Fallow Mask having a second copy that I can yeah, it's the Shade Sculptor, I get a second Fallow. I'm a bit of a Fallow fellow. Head into the next battle. Ooh. Man, I really want to give the amp to Jazzy immediately. But I recognize that Snuffle should still probably hold it. Blingbank should definitely go out. Blizzard Bottle is really available. Do some good work. Unfortunately, this Hoggy is aimless, has the ability to target our backline up here, so I've got to get Blingbank on the top line. Am I summoning a Junjun? Do I care about summoning a Junjun right now? No. I want to freeze the Warthog, but it's not acting yet. So that can wait. Give some Blaze Tea to Jazzy, so that when they want to attack, they attack more. And now, because I'm about to cycle for the next hand, I will Blizzard Bottle the Warthog. Cycle. So getting 3 of these enemies down at the same time would be lovely. Obviously, I'm gonna summon another Fallow. This is a weird one. What if I struck the bottom line with Fallow and then let Snuffle cast? The idea being that those hogs on the top line would be frozen, so I wouldn't have to worry about them. And then the respawn comes in, and then I have the ability to try and kill all of the respawns with Jazzy's big hit next turn. Five and 8 is 13. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna put the Sheephopper Mask on the bottom line, which Fallow's gonna destroy right now. That's gonna do some extra damage to Warthog, setting up Warthog to a position where I can happily take them out. Yep. This is pretty much exactly what I wanted to see. Except for the fact that Warthog is going to smack back with ridiculous smackback. Jazzy kills the entire bottom line in a single strike. Then, second strike from the Frenzy Barrage goes and targets the top line, takes out 2 hogs, and then hits this Warthog with 6 Frenzy, responds and kills Jazzy. Annoying. I think I know how to deal with this, but I don't like it. If I Berry Bell the enemies here, then Jazzy will still expend both strikes here on the bottom line, as this Warthog will still have 6 health. Then Ghazi kills the hog on the top line, and I don't have to worry about that Warthog responding yet. I still get to draw a ridiculous amount of cards. It's just I don't immediately then lose to the Warthog right after. Seems like a good outcome for us. Given that Snuffle acts before the Warthog, I don't even need to redirect this right now. Well, but Snuffle also isn't going to be freezing for that much because I really want to get another Lumen Vase out on Jazzy. I'm going to put the Lumen Vase on Jazzy. And then this turn, because the attacks are starting, I'm going to use a Freeze on Warthog. I really want to have Sunburst 2/2 available for my next turn, and I also want to get some additional health on a character, but I don't want to spend a Tarblade early. I'm gonna do it. It gives me the ability to have only 5 damage, take out the Warthog on the top line, so it's again another possibility of splitting between 2 different lines. What if I lined two Fallow, or rather a Fallow and Jazzy up? I gave Sunburst 2-2 to the Fallow on the bottom line. Next turn, Jazzy murders the entire top line. And then Fallow murders the entire bottom line. Well, save the Warthog that then kills Fallow back, but that's fine, because then I have a Fallow Master resummon them. All I have to do is Sunburst 2-2 this turn. And if I even put Lorgazi on the top line, I can prevent them from just suddenly also dying to the Warthog. And give a bunch of additional health to Jazzy to try and make myself mistake-proof. That's about as mistake-proof as I think we're gonna get. Razor is currently intending to do 15 damage. Why don't you deal 10 of that to a Noomlin, buddy? Gonna have to freeze the Warthog on the bottom line to prevent any smackback shenanigans there. Fallow ourselves a whole new dude. In 4 turns time, we've got a lot of things attacking, so I really do like the idea of trying to keep the Sunburst 2-2 for then, but Razor will also be attacking around that same period of time. Drawing into Lumen Vase, Fallow Masks. Doesn't make sense to buff Snoffle with the Lumen Vase at the moment. I probably just want to get some more health out on units while I can afford it. I can also just set up the Warthog on the bottom line to being easy to kill suddenly if I need to. I like that, I like that. Let's get this Tarblade on the bottom line. Okay. Yep, I only need to make it 3 turns time and then we win. Part of that is going to be forcing Snoffle to act this round, so that I can freeze Razor for another turn. I have to act faster than them this round. Okay, so Fallow attacks through on the top line, then Lorgazi does. Jazzy does also. I think we kill everyone except for Razor. $15, $7, $22. I would have to deal another 11 damage to Fallow, to Razor this turn. Which I can't do. Okay. I'm just gonna accept all these kills. I think this might be enough for us, actually, as it turns out. One, two, three. 1, 2. Then you wouldn't even be able to kill Snoffle after that. But I'm gonna make sure of it. Two more Numelan masks for me, thank you. And all I have to do is cycle and get Jazzy to attack as soon as possible. get him. God, I have so much money. If I don't find another shop before the end, honestly, that's probably fair. It's probably right. Victory. Never mind, there's money. Also, a muncher. You know, muncher... Sheep Hopper is fine, but I would really like to unlock things right now, so let's give you Sheep Hopper. And Jun Jun. Probably Bling Bank was correct there. Oh, there we go. I was wondering why the achievement hadn't appeared. It just did. Noomlin Biscuit! Add Noomlin to a card in hand, baby! I always love that when I'm drawing a ridiculous amount of cards, baby! Definitely gonna get the Noomlin Biscuit, definitely gonna get Charm, definitely gonna get another Charm, definitely gonna get Crown, definitely gonna get another Charm after that. Gain Frenzy and Aimless. I wonder if Snuffle would have been able to have that. Pinkberry I could actually specifically target with the Frenzy and Aimless, actually. It's pretty good. Take the Crown. I'm gonna put that on Pinkberry Juice, anticipating what I intend to do next. Hog Charm, gain hog-headed and +7 health. I mean, yeah, I never really want to take Lord Ghazi off the field, so Lord Ghazi just having 10 health seems good to me. Get the next charm first, though. Gain teeth when hit. Put that on Blunky. And then I'm happy to throw Blunky back into hand if it's ever needed. Blunky never really gets to ever go back into hand, to be honest, though. Definitely Frenzy Aimless on Pinkberry Juice. And even though Blunky never goes back into hand, I think protecting Lord Ghazi against damage is more important. I don't think I need the Azul Skull or Demon Heart or Fallow Mask or anything there. Don't have the Eye of the Storm. Now, how do I set this up? How do I set this up best? Got a Fallow Mask set to be in my opening hand, but do I really need a Fallow Mask in my opening hand right now? What if I want the ability to make Lumen Vase Noomlin, so that I can Noomlin different cards at different times depending on what's most useful? Honestly, that seems like a pretty good argument to me. Let's go to the Eye of the Storm. There's a Mega Mimic and a Bigfoot and a Grizzle. So my intent right now was to Lumen Pinkberry to give a bunch of health to a unit when I put them down. Such as Jazzy. But what if I want to Noomlin the Pinkberry instead of Lumen Bars? So that every time I cycle back to that Pinkberry, I just get health upkeep on board. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. There we go. 28 health on Jazzy. Jazzy go behind. Snuffle go behind that. Both of our Fallow Masks in the opening hand. Ridiculous. So I definitely want to take out Bigfoot before they get to attack. I could cycle right now in order to get to my freeze. Or I could just Sunburst 2-2 Snuffle. I think I like the 2-2 on Snuffle. Unfortunately, it does remove their block, which... not ideal, but... happened. I throw one Tar Blade against the Mega Mimic on the top line. I can set up for a pretty easy removal later. That is to say, when the Fallow attacks. Ooh, actually though, a way better combination here is both Fallows attack on the bottom line, and then Jazzy kills 2 units on the bottom line, gaining 10 and drawing 4. Even leaves the Mega Mimic to be killed again later instead. Another Fallow Mask on the top line. Continue to freeze the Mega Mimic? Probably not that relevant. Giving Frenzy and Consume to Snuffle would be hilarious, but so many of the enemies have resist snow that I don't think it's that useful ultimately, even if funny. Gonna go for some additional health on this line. Frost Guardian intends to attack, which will force the Mega Mimic to attack, and the Mega Mimic will be attacking twice. Hey! Snubble and Wargazi got the health on the top line. Nice. Good to see it. If I were to Sunburst 2-2 Snuffle this turn, I could freeze all of the enemies in order to prevent this outcoming effect. I could also just freeze the Mega Mimic to slow it down as well. Counter of 4 on the other cards, yeah. That seems like that might be a much better answer for us. So in 3 turns' time, I really want the Ice Forge on the bottom line to die before I try and attack the top line, so Fallow kills the Ice Forge on the bottom, as long as I've used something like a Tar Blade earlier on to weaken it. I guess I could do it this way. Take out the Fallow this round. Or take out the Ice Forge this round, giving me my damage back for the top line. Please tease Jazzy. Setting up for Sunburst 2-2 this round if I really wanted to. I mean, honestly, all the Sunburst 2-2 on the top line does in getting Jazzy to attack sooner right now is complicate things. Next turn, I do want to have the Sunburst 2/2 for Snuffle in order to force the freeze on everyone. Just going to Tarblade the Frost Guardian then, get my 2-time combo on the top line, set up Jazzy for damage this round. Sunburst 2/2 on Snuffle, freezes everyone. Jazzy then goes through with a double strike, empowering everyone on the field. Lumenvar should be up soon, right? There it is. I'm gonna get the Lumenvars on Snuffle now. After the next respawn, it's gonna be much more important. Frost Guardian's currently only intending to do 22 to a single target. I can either sack a Fallow to that, or I can let a Fallow take out Plum in the backline. I think I'd prefer to let the Fallow take out Plum in the backline. And I don't need to worry about combo kills anymore. A quick cycle there. Oh, baby. Oh, the critical aimless effect. Jazzy with ridiculous amount of health on the top line there. I do want them to attack as soon as possible here. Wherever available. Throw a Berry Bell for the top line as well. And I'm going to set up some units ready to die to Frost Guardian soon. That being the Fallow especially. Let's cycle. So Frost Guardian kills Fallow, and then in response, my 2 Fallow take out Frost Guardian. The 2 Fallow on the bottom line. Once they've done that, that will force the resummon for the next turn. And then Snuffle will freeze all of the units that are spawned. I like that. Just had to kind of chomp my way through that turn. Frost Guardian. Split! Big freezes to everyone. Unfortunately, Jazzy cannot attack the Uber Bear on the bottom line without immediately becoming frozen, which would not be good. Although I can hasten Lorgazi to be able to hit them soon. You'd be more than comfortable. Alright, we're in the home stretch. Lugazi takes out the bottom line, or rather the threatening unit on the bottom line. And honestly, I just keep cycling. Let's force Jazzy to act faster here, and then Snuffle freezes everyone. Fallow kills the bottom line units. Jazzy attacks 2 times, and Fallow attacks once. And this is pretty much all over. And has been for a couple beats. I'll even let you kill a Fallow. There you go, enjoy it, buddy. Of course, I'm going to resummon them immediately. Love it. And I guess I just throw again? And again. And then we watch Jazzy collect the kill. Whew. Made it through. Now, how am I going to do against the final boss? That's my big question. Alright, do I need to change my opening deck? It's very easy to draw into the Fallows. Pinkberry juice for that additional health I think is very important because I'm not going to be able to... I'm not going to be able to save units from barrage otherwise. Getting Snuffle the Lumen Vase actually might be way more impactful. So if Snuffle's getting the Lumen Vase, then I do think I just Noomlin the Pinkberry, which means this still does remain my opening hand. Alright, let's go. Hello, Frostjala. Oh, you brought friends again. Why do you always bring friends to these things? I'm gonna want my natural line to be the bottom. And I want Frost Lancer not to be able to ruin my time on the bottom. But Frost Lancer only attacks every 6 turns. So as long as I give enough health to Jazzy, I think I should be okay. Gets you up to 28. Then Snuffle goes behind you. And Lorgazi goes behind Snuffle. Lumen Vase goes on Snuffle. Alright, let's go. Cool. Having a Fallow Mask for the top line in the opening hand here is really good. You could even use Blunky to do that, basically, as well. I do want Snuffle just to act as soon as possible, so I think I will just hit you with the Sunburst 2-2. There's no respawn, so starting to freeze these enemies is just ideal. Legitimately, I think the right play here might even be Cycle. Getting towards my Blaze T sooner rather than later. And getting back to my Noomlin cards. Yeah. Lovely. Definitely gonna Fallow ask for another Fallow on the top line. Let's Blaze T Jazzy while I can. Now I could throw a Berry Bell for the bottom line, but I could also just cycle now, getting closer to my Pinkberry Juice and my Sunburst Tutu. Which I think is probably far more impactful. I'm probably not going to play a Blizzard Bottle in time to play the Pinkberry Juice afterwards for full value. Another Fallow for the top. I know that I can use the Fallows, by the way, to redirect other units, but that is to say, when I summon them, I would be able to push other units around on the field. I've explored that before, I just don't think it's relevant right now. Yeah, Sunburst Tutu's in the next turn. I'm gonna have to cycle again. Berry Juice for the bottom line, because that's the one that matters. Gonna Sunburst Tutu Jazzy. Everyone finally gets unfrozen. They get frozen again. Good work, Snuffle. Again, it seems like cycling is the right choice. If I use a Berry Bell for the bottom line, I mean, even if I don't use the Berry Bell for the bottom line, I don't have to worry about the Frost Lancer. 7 damage is not going to be enough. Now, next turn, that Frost Bomber is going to kill all of my top line units. They don't really have anything I care about playing this turn. So realistically, I think that means I should Sunburst Tutu Jazzy, not even really care about the top line at all. And then when Jazzy attacks, I'm going to get 2 more cards from Frost Junker. You know what? No. I'm going to draw 4 on kill now. There's my 4 cards, 2 of which are Fallow Masks. You can see that the Frost Lancer is soon to actually pose a threat to Snuffle on the bottom line, so I'm going to drop a Berry Bell there, preventing that. Time to cycle. Another Fallow Mask for the top line, even more health for the bottom. Who do I need to keep frozen for long as buried? It's probably the Frost Crusher on the top. Actually, I'm gonna Lumen Vase Snuffle right before they freeze. Oh, that's fun tech. Throw even more Frost out against the Frost Crusher, who's the least likely to die soon. I'm gonna get Snuffle to count down by 2 and freeze everyone again. I need 15 snow on a single target in order to get the achievement that I'm looking for. So I think I'm going to try and slow play things until the Frost Crusher on the top line has all of that snow. That's 13. It's definitely counting up. Snuffle at the end of this turn, I think we'll actually apply the final tick that I'm looking for. Okay, I think it was 15 for a millisecond right there. But I don't know if the game counted it. And drop 2 Fallow up on the top line, get towards the ability to freeze the Frost Crusher again. Couple different ways of doing it available to us now. Just gonna Blizzard Bottle the Frost Crusher directly. Do I need to have 25 frost on a target? It's possible the amount it wants is 25. Gonna get Snuffle to get that big freeze on the enemies now. Definitely summon a Bling Bang for myself. Bunch of card draw should get us significantly closer. I should probably Blizzard Bottle before I cycle here. Just considering the general trajectory of these turns. Great. I almost feel like maybe I should have given additional health to the enemy there. I know I only had 1 on the counter. $27? I probably can just check this, right? Oh, 10 snow, and I already got it ages ago. Oof. I was thinking of 15 something else's. I was thinking of 15... Oh! 15 snow on a single target. Maybe I did unlock it and over the course of this and didn't realize. Alas. Just in case. Let's get some more frost on you, just in case. Just in case, you know? In case of, you know, a case. Alright, 34 snow. And then Jazzy murdered. That felt like a pretty good lockdown right there. Achievement unlocked, Snowball Fight. So yeah, I definitely unlocked one of those over the course of the fight. It just waits until the end to tell you. Vanquished. We fed the Muncher a consume item. Stacked 15 snow on a single target. Can hardly be anything except for quite proud about that. Challenge Stone, Snowball, Pengu Charm. When snowed, gain equal damage. Seems very narrow. I almost wish I hadn't unlocked that. I do prefer completionism and everything like that, but oof. What? When snowed, gain equal damage. I guess in a pinch you can use this to buff your units with snow sticks and things like that. No, smackback units wouldn't be able to use their damage. I don't know. Seems like a narrow use case for that one, to my mind at least. And Feed the Beast. Feed the Muncher a consume item. When consumed, so you put this on a consume item, add +2 health to all allies. Neat. Very good. Especially because a lot of the time a consume card is one that you want to give Lumen to because you want to get as much of a bonus out of it as possible before it disappears. So this would be 4 health to all units on field. That's a lot. That's a lot of health, baby. We've got the Tough Nut for 50 shell on a single target, as well as defeating the Frost Guardian with a Scrappy Sword, which will require me using... I mean, both of those, in fact, will require me using the Snow Dwellers. So an excellent excuse to go back to using Snow Dwellers. However, there's also add 10 scrap to Clunkers, which demands that I go and use the Clunk Masters instead. We're going to decide which of those seems right for us in the next episode. Until then, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Wildfrost. Top left is a series playlist for all my content in the game, past, present, future. YouTube recommendation down below, stream past. Other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.